Hello everyone, my name is Len, and this is my first video on this channel. I've had others, but they never stuck, so I'm going to make this one stick, okay? I will mainly be posting speed paints and rambles about things I'm passionate about, which is my favorite genre of YouTube. However, I'm also very passionate about crafts and making clothes, so please don't be surprised if you see that from time to time. Today, I'm drawing Mads Mikkelsen from Behind the Scenes of Hannibal. Hannibal is my favorite show ever. You're definitely going to see it on the channel soon. And Mads, oh my god, Mads, I have had such a celebrity crush on him the last year and a half. I know he's like 50, but it's hard for a girl. Anyway, he's specifically for my yearly redraw. I don't really have a theme. I've kept two besides orange. The first one I did in 2018, I was in my only a little bit better than a stickman phase. And I wanted to make an anime girl version of the golden slime from Slime Ranchers. Does anyone remember that game? It was really popular at the time, but I don't see it anymore. I remember I drew this in like 20 minutes right before the New York City ball dropped, and my last strokes I was running out to see the fireworks. From the looks of things, I couldn't even do bubble letters. 2019, I did Taiga from Toradora. It was one of my first actual animes I watched. I knew I liked the style from YouTube videos, but Toradora was the anime that made me truly fall in love with it. I was drawing every day, and as you can see, it was already paying off, besides the seemingly broken legs and arm and hand, but of course better than the last. And the bubble letters improved, so 2020 was Hyoko from Danganronpa 2. Guys, I was obsessed with Danganronpa for 3 years before the popular YouTubers picked it up. I don't even know how I found it, but it was my life. All I talked about. And I didn't necessarily like Hyoko, but my hands were already absolutely tied in the orange theme. I don't even like orange that much. Anyway, this was on Procreate, and it got vastly better. The shading is still awful, but the anatomy was much better. This is also when 20 minutes turned into 20 hours for absolutely no reason. I'll show you my masterpiece, quote unquote, at the time, if I can find it, It was my first 20-hour-er. 2021, I'm starting to like these. I mean, the most I can say is this pose is stiff, and folds aren't that good, but I really like the aesthetic. And I finally made a background! Oh yeah, and he's Child from Genshin Impact. At this point, I think Genshin took Danganronpa's spot, and Child was my first limited 5-star. And most importantly, he was orange. 2022, I actually like this one. I can slowly see my style evolve into what it is nowadays, which is more like a realistic anime-ish with very vibrant coloring. Oh yeah, and he's Xiao from Genshin Impact. I changed both of their outfits. One, Genshin outfits are egregiously complex. And 2, men need to wear skirts more. Like, it looks so good. 2023, here's when I had tons of technical issues that kind of turned me off of drawing, and I got busy with other things. So since this one, I've done maybe 10 full drawings. So, not that much improvement going forward, but I still like this one. Me and my friend double team trying to figure out that slightly tilted upward head expression thing. In the end, the only thing about the expression I thought I had no issues with, the eyes are way too big. It's maddening. It's Scaramouche or Wanderer or whatever from Genshin. I can't even identify the style I took with the clothing. It's Lolita x Kawaii x bucket hat x weird vest. I don't know what I was doing. But for 2024, I haven't looked at this one in a year. I love Will's face. It's of course the Hannibal X Will ship. I really like the colors. Again, I've done maybe 2 full drawings in between this. Hannibal's face is horrible. I try to make their faces have the actor's features, still in anime style, but as I have found, Mass's face is practically impossible to draw. I'll show a picture of a phone case I painted on a small scale. It was absolute hell. I love his face. It's beautiful. Why does it torture me? His features are so eccentric. It's like impossible unison to hit when drawing. So that is why I practice realism for the first time in my life, and I've done it all year. This year, I've had tons of sketches. just, only 2 finished pieces, which I've never done in my life. I always used to completely finish every single sketch I have, and of course, as you can see, it was taking 20 hours. I only did like 20 drawings in 2021 or 2022, and that was absolutely wearing me out. But this year, I finally let go, and it's ignited my love for drawing again, which is so good. I was so passionless for a while. I thought I had to draw because it calmed me down, and I put so much effort into it. But I didn't like it anymore, and I'm starting to like it again, How I finally got over the I've been drawing anime for 6 years, but I need to do realism hump, was apparently I cannot use guidelines or grids whenever I draw realism, which that's how it's always been. I don't know why I thought any different before the 2018 drawing you're seeing. I used to copy in my little sketchbooks Pokemon and Shopkins, if any of you remember those. But it was always, I'd just look at the picture and then I'd put it onto the paper. That's how I developed my mind. And I was stupid enough. I've been trying to use guidelines this whole time whenever that is literally how I've taught my brain to work. Look at picture, put on paper. So, as I found, if you're dealing with the exact same problem as me, I take a pen, I take a bad piece of paper, like notebook piece of paper or something stupid, and I just look at the picture and carve it out. I start with the nose, and it feels like I'm literally carving a sculpture by thinking and putting your mind into, okay, his eye is this big compared to the nose, and his cheek is in this position compared to the eye and the nose, and then you just keep on building off that. And only spend like 5-10 minutes. I mean, these aren't going to be beautiful, especially whenever you're starting out. And it makes you so proud because, yeah, it might look bad, but you did this good for a 5-minute no guide drawing. Like, that's awesome. And that's how I got to this. My 2025 drawing, I still stylized it a lot. And I, for some reason, picked a photo of him with half of his face covered, so I can't even really show all of my progress. But I'm so happy and proud of how far I've come, and I'm very happy to share this with you guys. Happy New Year, and please subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want, so this channel can finally be the one, okay?